Call order, the regular meeting of the West Valley City Council. May 2024, 30 p.m. We're in the City Council chambers of West Valley City. Tonight we excuse Mayor Lang and Councilmember Norfelt. All other members of the council are present on the dais. We're also joined on the dais way over there on the far end with Steve Bassett, our Community Development Director, and Nicole Kimack, our State Reporter. The ceremony tonight is under the direction of Councilmember Jake Fitzsimons.
Thank you, sir. This evening, I will personal privilege in letting my guests to address us at this time. This is the Freddie Gonzalez Police and Organization that serves refugees and Native Americans here in West Valley City called Health Rehabilitation and Community Promotion.
Good evening. I go by the name of Freddie Nzamba. I came to the United States as a refugee from Congo, and we started a refugee-led organization by the name of Health Rehabilitation and Human Promotion. As he said, this is a refugee-led organization which is trying to help the refugees, supporting them, establishing pathways for a better integration in the society. So it came to our mind that most of our people, refugees, whenever they come to the United States, they are not used to the place. Okay, they come with so much expectation, but when they arrive to the United States, they face different realities, which is not helping them maybe to integrate themselves in the society. So we came out with this idea of helping them through navigating pathways and assisting them with employment search, law enforcement knowledge, access to credit, whereby we want our people, as they live in the United States, to be able to integrate themselves well, to know the law enforcement, and to be able to collaborate with the police around. So it's a refugee-led organization that we just started like 1 year ago, and we would like to take this opportunity to get in touch with you so that you may come to know us. Maybe whenever you're free, pass by and see what we exactly do. I will take this chance to share with you what we exactly do, like in terms of activities and everything else, so that you can come to know us, and we'll be very much happy to see you one day visiting us where we are. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Nzamba, and we appreciate the opportunity to collaborate and to support all the communities here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I notice in the audience tonight, Representative Judy Weeks-Roner. Welcome her. And do you have anything to add to the meeting? Or you're just getting here ready to start a special session tomorrow, right? Okay. We appreciate that. Thank you. Our minutes from last week. Turn it over to the council.
Motion to approve the June 11th meeting minutes.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor of approving those minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Very good. Public comment period. They've written this down for me, so I will try to read it as best I can with these glasses. We'll now accept public comment. The comment period is limited to 30 minutes Any person wishing to comment shall limit their comments to 3 minutes. Upon recognition by the Mayor Pro Tem, you will approach the microphone. If you did not sign up, please give your name and address. All comments shall be directed to the Mayor Pro Tem, and no person addressing the City Council during the comment period shall be allowed to comment more than once. Comments shall be limited to city business and matters within the purview of the City Council. Speakers should not expect any debate with the Mayor Pro Tem, City Council, or city staff. Mayor Pro Tem, City Council, or city staff may respond after the comment period has concluded. Speakers shall refrain from personal attacks against fellow citizens, city staff, or members of the City Council. We'll now open the public comment period, and we'll start with Speaker 1.
All right, I'm back. I invite you to listen to what I said last week because I'll be continuing where I got cut off. So speaking to the Public Works Department, they say they have the budget to go ahead and help with our speeding problem, but as of right now, their hands are tied because their flawed reporting does not show a need. And last week, I felt like I was able to show the need. According to the Public Works Department, in 8 years, we have had a total of 4 streets qualify for speed humps and 7 more that qualified for feedback signs. One street that they failed to mention in that list that they gave me was on Beagley Street, from 5900 West to 7200 West, where there are 9 speed humps in a 35-mile-an-hour zone. Funny thing is that's primarily an industrial park. They were able to get speed humps as an exception, and I'm hoping to get the same thing. In the packet I gave the recorder last week, there's a University of Utah study from 2019 that showed that traffic calming does help slow down traffic and it down to the desired speed. And they found that the feedback signs are not as effective as speed humps. So in the meeting last week, after the meeting, I spoke to Councilman Norfelt and Mr. Johnson from the Public Works Department. When I mentioned that a quarter of all the cars that drive down our street are going over the posted speed limit, Mr. Johnson said that I should get used to it because there's always going to be speeders. So we admit that we have speeders. So why is it so hard to get calming devices in the neighborhoods for people who want it? He said that his hands are tied because it's up to you as the City Council to help him be able to help us. Mr. Johnson also mentioned that not everyone that has traffic problems would like the speed control. One of the things I've got that I gave a copy to you is a petition of all the people that live on the street. I'm at 91% of my neighbors that want speed calming. There's a few others I haven't been able to get to, and only one person that said, no, I don't think there's a speeding problem, but he lives on where the street turns, so I'm sure they slowed down for him. So of 55 inhabited houses, 50 had signed the petition. So tell me what I need to do to be able to get this done. And it's not just for my street. I want it for all of West Valley. I think anyone that wants speed calming and they can show a need, whether it's a perceived need or an actual need, if most of the neighborhood wants it, I think it should be easier to get it, not harder. So many of my neighbors I've talked to in the last couple of weeks have lost faith in the government to help them out. I hope I'm not added to that list by nothing happening. I know it was brought up that maybe we'll have a study session in the coming weeks to find a way. I'd be happy to give input and find ways to help it because this is important and I do it for the safety of all people in West Valley. Thank you.
Thank you. Speaker 2.
My name is James Carter. I live in Salt Lake City, and I'd like to join in saying thank you to all of you for resolving to work with us, the West Valley Performing Arts Center, on, well, working this thing out. A partnership with the city, that is a proper subsidy focused on community support with the ability to secure the donations and sponsorships needed. That is a workable solution. And we have for you today a proof of concept of sorts. That is, I'd like to invite each and all of you formally to the first annual West Valley Performing Arts Center Summer Block Party to be held on July 14th, to be hosted at the Performing Arts Center itself and sponsored by KWVP. There you will see community members and business leaders providing food and entertainment. You will see performances. You will see people getting tours of the facility itself. And overall, you will see a live demonstration that this theater is available to its community, that this theater is supported by and is a support to the citizens of West Valley. And that strategy is a successful one, proven by successful theater programs across the state, shining beacons of their respective cities. Come one, welcome all. Look at this beautiful thing that this city has done. And that, to my mind, is the greater point. Yes, the money is important. There's no denying that the city needs to survive, to live, to fight another day. And we are here to work with you on the most profitable future for all parties involved. But what are we living for if it's not the beautiful things that make the spaces we live in worth the effort? I grew up in what can be generously referred to as the city of Pocatello, Idaho. And if you are familiar at all with the place, then you will believe me when I tell you I know what a dying city looks like. I promise you're not close to there yet. But you wouldn't believe how fast these things can happen. It only takes a few decisions like this one, decisions that can go either way, either build and work on the character, the identity, the art of your city, or take away one more beautiful thing, one more thing that your citizens could have been proud of, one more thing that people like me can come and visit and then come back to and keep visiting and keep supporting your community. It only takes a few decisions like that to go the wrong way. And all you can do is watch as your city's culture dries up like an old baseball glove. But that's not going to happen. We're not going to let it happen. We are here to get this thing done with you. And on July 14th, you will see in person, I hope, how beautiful and powerful a thing it can be to have a community supporting an arts center. Thank you.
Thank you. Speaker 3.
Jim Visak. I will also continue where I got cut off last week with our Veterans Memorial and us not having anything on Veterans Day. The city has spent over $750,000 on building this memorial. One of our northern cities, Bountiful, has built a beautiful memorial up there with no taxpayers' dollars. And it's beautiful. West Valley City's memorial is now used as an extra parking lot. I think it's interesting that Park and Rec can find money to have an Easter egg hunt, but they can't have a Veterans Memorial on Veterans Day. That's a shame. It's an embarrassment for West Valley City, especially spending all that money for that memorial that we really didn't need to do. We could have used the example of our northern city. The other thing is our flags. The United States flag is always supposed to be the highest flying flag. There's only a couple places in the city where that happens, and that's at the maintenance building off of across from Granger Hunter over there. They have the right poles, and one of the fire departments, because one of the guys is previous military and understands that the other flags are supposed to be just below that. I think all our city buildings should do that and somehow make it where our ugly new state flag is lower than our United States flag. Let Old Glory be the highest flag. Thank you.
Thank you. Speaker 4.
Mike Markham. Yeah, it's me again. I'd just like to ask a couple of things because COVID is over now for the biggest part. I would like to see us get back to an in-person chat with the chief rather than it all has to be done online. I think our illustrious city attorney could take care of that. And I'd like to see in person can't remember what you call it, but the court where the code enforcement people get to face the judge in person. When we had photocop, people hated it because you couldn't face your accuser. Now we need to get back to let these people face their accusers. I think that's important. And I too, like Jim, think that the Veterans Memorial that we have is underutilized. You know, I don't know how many veterans, other than myself and Mr. Whetstone, that are here are veterans that appreciate what we do or what you've done for the veterans, because there's a number of veterans out there that, you know, if we're not going to utilize it, we wasted a lot of money. And I'm not saying that government doesn't waste a lot of money. Another thing I wanted to mention, which is kind of strange because it's a little early, is the Redwood Theater. It's still going through, I think, what do they call it? Planning, something like that. But I heard the builder that wants to build there make a comment about it, that it should be West Valley City's responsibility to provide a new place for the swap meet. If he's doing away with the swap meet, if that happens, it should be his responsibility. I don't know that the city has a responsibility to provide a place for numerous people to, this is going to sound terrible, but you know me, sell stolen items. If you want power tools, you go to the swap meet. Assorted names, a little bit of everything. So, but I don't think we should have to provide a new spot for the swap meet. You know, if we're going to build houses there, I think it needs to be done right. But I've been to the swap meet several times. Took my wife once, and when she seen a half full bottle of mouthwash, that's the last time she went. So, you know, I guess we need it, but we don't need it. So thanks for your time.
Thank you. Speaker 5, I believe, has left. Freddie left.
You provided the initial.
Yeah. Okay, Speaker 6.
Hello, my name is Sonia Mon and I'm a resident of West Valley City. I'm also a performer. It's wonderful to see that all of us, members of the council, the city, thousands of our Keep West Valley performing supporters truly know what this is about. It's about community. That's the most important thing. Many of us attended WestFest over the weekend and it was wonderful. We had interactive and engaging moments with the community, and it was a positive and supportive experience for all of us. This community is proud of what this performance space in West Valley has been doing and is excited to have a future to look towards with it. We received valuable insight into what kind of shows the community wants to see on our stage. They expressed to us their excitement and relief that we are still here. They're excited to participate and attend our upcoming shows and community events that we will be hosting, such as the block party that's coming up on July 14th. Community theater is the spark that creates social and economic enrichment. Our impact to the community reaches out beyond the perimeter of our beautiful circular stage. We are shaping communities and fostering connections. Together as a community, we all experience civic engagement. Our theater encourages audiences to reflect on social issues and become agents of change within the community. I encourage you all to look into what Artrageous is. West Valley Performing Arts Center has been providing educational programs and workshops for our children and for adults alike. They have made sure that it is accessible to the community. The outreach programs this theater provides and prioritizes inclusivity. Local economic boost. Our theater is a driver of economic boost within this community. Our enthusiastic group has a team who is actively engaging currently with local businesses here in West Valley to partner up to keep each other thriving. This is an ongoing effort, and the excitement with these connections is truly on fire. Community theater offers opportunities for skill development and teamwork, time management, problem solving, communication skills, the list goes on. All of these things are valuable to a community such as ours here in West Valley. By showcasing a variety of cultures, our community theater contributes to a more inclusive, involved, and understanding society. Our theater is vital in helping make this happen. At the West Valley Performing Arts Center, we are a community of storytelling and engagement, and we strive to continue to learn, grow, and enrich the lives of community members in countless ways by fostering a sense of unity, strength, and belonging. It's so important for community members to have a theater to call their own. Every bit of support and involvement with this theater helps a community to thrive, have purpose and identity, and we thank you for allowing us to continue to do that and to work with us to do that together. I believe this matters to us all, and these are the things that make West Valley unique. These truths are what we want to be known for. So let's continue to work together and make that happen. Thank you.
Thank you. Speaker 7.
Good evening, City Council members. My name is Claire Roberts, and I live here in West Valley on Treasure Isle Road, which I understand you are a little bit aware of the situation that we're dealing with in our neighborhood. I'm here to address my growing concern in our neighborhood regarding the widespread practice of renting out basements in violation of city zoning regulations. This issue's not just a matter of non-compliance, but it's also led to significant safety concerns and quality of life problems for my family and our neighbors. First, let me highlight the primary concern, safety. With almost every house renting out their basement, we've seen a sizable increase in the number of cars parked on our streets. The congestion creates a hazardous environment, particularly for children who play outside. Navigating through parked cars has become increasingly difficult and the risk of accidents has grown. Additionally, emergency vehicles may find it challenging to access homes quickly due to overcrowded streets. Moreover, some homeowners have turned their backyards into makeshift parking lots to accommodate tenants' vehicles. This not only violates zoning laws, but it also disrupts the aesthetic and cohesion of our neighborhood. Our community was designed for single-family residences, and the current situation undermines this principle, leading to overcrowding and strained infrastructure. The influx of renters, potentially 50 or more strangers, raises additional safety concerns, and we've observed an increase in police activity, including responses to incidents of domestic violence and apparently a sexual assault case. The presence of unfamiliar individuals in the neighborhood, some of whom certainly have not been thoroughly vetted, contributes to a sense of insecurity and among myself and my family. I have 3 small kids, ages 5 years and under, and they like to ride bikes and play outside, along with the neighborhood kids, and their safety, as well as the safety of those other neighborhood children, are my top priority every single day. I understand that housing affordability is a significant issue, and many homeowners rely on that as their income, rental income, to make ends meet. But because our neighborhood is not zoned for such practices, the current practice is unsustainable and unfair to residents who comply with city regulations. I respectfully request that the City Council consider the following actions. 1, enhanced enforcement. Increased monitoring and enforcement of existing regulations to ensure compliance and address illegal renter properties properly. 2, community outreach, educate homeowners about the importance of adhering to zoning laws and the impact of illegal rentals on neighborhood safety and cohesion. And then 3, an alternative solution in the form of parking regulations. Explore alternative solutions that could alleviate congestion and improve safety. Making it illegal to park there. Thank you.
Is there anyone else who did not get to sign the sign-in sheet but would like to speak? Okay, we will close the public comment period. We'll go on with our agenda. The first item on our agenda is to accept public input regarding application ZT 5-2024, which is an action that would amend the sign ordinance to allow monument signs for mobile home parks in the RMH zone, residential housing mobile, right? Residential mobile housing zone, as well as multifamily residential developments located in zones other than RM. I'll now open the public hearing. Is there anyone here wishing to speak to this item? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing and turn the time over to the council for discussion or a motion.
Motion to approve ordinance 24-26.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Ms. Kamic?
Councilman Fitzie Umanu.
Aye.
Councilman Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilman Harmon,
Yes.
Councilman Hune,
Aye.
and Mayor Pro Tem Christensen.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Second item on our agenda is a resolution 24-101, which would adopt an interlocal agreement between the city and Salt Lake County for the establishment and operation of an urban wildlife assistance program. Total cost would be $23,865, which is approximately half of the current anticipated cost to the city for a private contractor who would provide these same services. This would allow the county to provide extermination services to residential, business, and rental property owners, primarily for the removal of skunks and raccoons. Turn this to the council for discussion or a motion.
Motion to add this resolution 24-101 to the consent agenda. And then additionally to approve the 5 items in the consent agenda.
I would second that.
There's been a motion and a second. Ms. Kamic?
Councilman Hune,
Aye.
Councilman Harmon,
Yes.
Councilman Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilman Fitzie Umanu,
Aye.
and Mayor Pro Tem Christensen.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
So with that motion, we've passed the consent agenda also. We have no need for a closed session tonight. One more action item.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned.